Happy live stream number 91, everybody. Everybody. First and foremost, can everybody hear and see me okay? We always got to get that out of the way. One more thing I want to get out of the way. Hope everybody's having a great Sunday. The weather is terrible here right now. It's about to thunderstorm. It sounds like really poorly badly. So if we lose connection, that's why. I don't think we will, but I don't know. Hope everybody's having a good day. Let me see who's here. Who's joining us today? I gotta get back. It's been some kind of a week. I had my floor torn apart, refrigerator leak, everything's back together again. So I'm getting back into the thing of swings. I've been crazy busy as scanning and processing too. All right, and I did read up those little crowns. That has something to do with the top rated. We talked about it last week. The commenters, the top rated commenters. So congrats to. Looks like right now it's Jeffrey. Hey Radios, how are you, buddy? Angus is here. Greetings, Earthlings. It's always good to see you, Jeffrey. This side towards the screen. And there's Mr. Mike. Hello, everyone. 1 minute late. Yeah, Bonnie, I'm always a couple minutes late. Jeffrey, how are you doing, sir? Yes, everyone must know. Hopefully you're home, Jeffrey. Thank you for asking that, Mike. I'm going to be number one this time. Bonnie, you are number one right now. Hey, there's Film People Cecil. How are you, buddy? Or at least try to be. Hey, Jack, how are you, bud? Darn those Rays again. Really? Who loses 1-0? Woo! I'm doing very well, thanks. Awesome. Good. Most importantly, Jeffrey's doing good. Awesome. I did get a new Whoa, what'd you get, Radios? We must know. Hey, Barry, how are you, buddy? Super Cine, greetings. Angus says, I'm striving for comment ranking number 76. See, you think like I do. Hey, Jim, how are you, bud? Good morning, fellow filmers from sunny Mesa, Arizona. I don't know why I did it like that. I don't even know what that means. Arizona. Bonnie says, by the way, I found a 70mm camera for $50. Is that too much or is that a good price? Terrible price. 70mm camera? I mean, it sounds like a good price. I don't know. I don't know a lot about 70mm, but sure sounds like a good price. Oh, that's your first, at least you think, your first 127 film camera. Is that your first one? I think I'm getting an email from our buddy Jeffrey. Having a sale. Oh, they're having a sale somewhere. Is that a thrift store, it looks like. Camera store. 20% off sale. I just got this from our good buddy Jeffrey. This side towards the screen. Look at that. Here, we got camera 2. Let's get in close. Ooh, can you guys see that? Look at those cameras. Let's see. Is that right? Yeah. Ooh la la. Camera sale, 20% off. 20% off is a good deal as long as they're already a good deal. Just be cautious. Sometimes 20% off is still higher than what you should be paying, but definitely worth a peek. Whew, made it in time. Limelight is here in time. Like. Thumbs up. I mean, you're here anyway, and I'm sure you're bored out of your skulls. You might as well click the little thumbs up. Let's see, lost track of time. That's all right. You know what? But I was like 2 minutes late, and you're only like 4 minutes late. So together, the lateness is good with us. Radios, your first 127 camera. I like 127 film. It's a very interesting format. I finally got the little negative holder for 127 film. The proper holder. I used to just kind of lay it flat on my flatbed scanner, and that's just not the right way to do it. Sound and picture okay, everybody? Making sure. Bonnie, what camera? But really, $50 sounds like a bargain for any 70mm camera in just about any condition. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Hey, Butch Magnum is here. How are you, sir? What make and model is it? Yeah, what we need to know, Bonnie. Baby brown. Oh, you got a baby brownie? A Kodak baby brownie? I have this. You guys remember this I shown you before? You remember this? This is my brownie. It's not a baby brownie, and this is an 8mm. There's my 8mm brownie. It was like brand new. I did a video on this. It was like 20 bucks. And I would probably never pay $20 for an old brownie 8mm camera. But it was in mint condition. I don't think it's ever been used before, you know? It's wooden. This is one of those, I've had this for a while. It's one of those wooden models. And it's an E700 by, I can't read that, Newland. Look at this. I love this thing. My wife and or kids got this for me one year to just put together. And it was really fun and challenging at the same time. Yeah, my Kodak Brownie. I actually really love this little camera right here. We'll take that out in a minute. Hey, Gordon's here. How are you, buddy? It's a 70mm medium format camera that was made for taking portraits at schools, apparently. I mean, it sounds kind of cool. It's going to be similar to just like your 120 stuff, I would imagine. Film width, similar. Pretty basic, but they will take photos. Yes, I know, Jack, those darn, oh, gosh. Seriously, the rays, come on, people. 1987 is an Ariel X camera. Ariel X camera. Sound and video is great. Awesome. Loud and clear. Stereoscopic cards. Stereoscope cards. Cool. Stream is good. Sounds and looks good. I need a viewer. What kind of camera? 70mm is the release. Print size for movie film. 65mm negative is movie size. Must be still film. Yeah, I'm assuming that's still film. It's a BD Portronic. A BD Portronic. It can take up to 100 feet unperforated 70mm film. It sounds really interesting, actually, Bonnie. Stereo cards are fun. I have a 200 plus set of world travel photos from 1910 with notes on each card. Ooh la la. Some are hand-painted color. Hey, Bart, how are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. We are just chit-chatting film. Okay, speaking of chit-chatting film, members only live stream. I wasn't able to do it last week. I'm telling you guys, I had a nightmarish situation at home here with my floor. My refrigerator was leaking. The floor, we were letting it dry out. I had to replace a lot of stuff. Done. So, live stream, members only live. If you're a member, you know who you are. We are having a members only live stream this Thursday. That will be the 17th, July 17th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I do them about an hour or so earlier because most of the time they go a lot longer than these streams. So I feel like that's a good time. So 1 p.m. Eastern Time, July 17th, that's this coming Thursday, members only live stream. And we're going to take a peek at this members only live stream. We're going to take a peek inside a deep dive into my deep freezer. We're taking a deep dive into my deep freezer. There's a quick glance, and that goes down about 3 feet or so. I don't know how far. Yeah, roughly 2.5 feet. So we're gonna look through some of this stuff. I'm gonna start pulling some film out. That I have film everywhere, and I want to start reorganizing this film and getting the stuff that I am going to shoot one day out and about, and the stuff that I'm never going to shoot, maybe release it. I don't know. Here's that brownie. So hopefully you guys can make it. Look at this thing. I did a video on this, by the way. This is just a revisit real quick. Look at this brownie. I mean, that dude right there. Look at that. Brand spizanking new. I mean, there's not... I failed to find a single mark on this thing. Woo! And it shoots nice. It really shoots nice. I did it, like I say, I did a video on it. Search for Kodak Brownie. 8mm, regular 8. What a fun camera. I bought it at my local, it was at my local, what do you call it, flea market? But my local flea market has a little, they have a little building there. Most of it's outside, but they have a building that has some like antique stuff or older things. I got to be careful with this because it's wanting to kind of come apart a little bit. So I really like that little camera. Okay. I got some film in my Pro 814E. Shoot it, Jim. I like to see what it looks like. They are, I know, Jack. It's bothering me now. Dang it. We were on such a streak, those Rays. Maybe let's get the All-Star break out of the way, right? And then come back fresh. The boys are going to have a few days off. 70mm IMAX. Ooh la la. I keep contemplating whether or not I should get into large format by building my own 8x10. I have one of those fancy Jobo machines with 8x10 expert drum. I could sell the drum for a lot. Yeah, that's tricky. I don't know. I don't know a lot about big sheet film like that. I really don't know a lot about it. It's so freaking cool. What I just saw Jeffrey said something about those cameras. I keep scrolling too far. Oh, the cameras are $25 or less. Oh, okay. Well, don't spend 50 on it then, Bonnie. From Mercury Filmworks. God, I bet that's beautiful. They'd be the same, but basically just a take 100-foot room. Hi, Mike. Hey, Lori. So I have a brand new channel member, and it is my beautiful sister, Lori. She didn't need to become a channel member, but most of all my siblings are now channel members. my half siblings aren't, but oh, Lori, you're awesome. Just popping in for a few. I'm so glad to see you. That's my sister. That's my sister that lives in Indiana, Lori. Oh, I miss her. Love you, Lori. True film photographers only shoot with wooden cameras. Hey, there's Fritz. Better late than never. I'm late, pretty wooden camera model. It can apparently take 420 to 430. Wow, 420 to 430 pictures per roll of film. That's a lot of pictures. Whew, that's like taking a Super 8 camera and doing single frame for the entire roll. That's roughly 3,600 photographs, which I may do one day. Well, 1 year. I finished shooting my single 8 footage. Single 8 doesn't have the exposed thing at the end. No, it doesn't, but it does have... I'm very new at single 8, but, well, if it's loaded by somebody else, it will have a little cutout in the perforations, though. It won't say exposed, but it will have a cutout because it has to stop the film from advancing at some point. So, in other words, the pull-down claw is not going to engage those perforations anymore, and to do that, there has to be a void in the side of the film. So you'll see a void in the side of the film radios when that'll tell you you're at the end. True photographers use stone cameras with the little bird inside. Well, ma. There's one on eBay right now for $99 if I remember correctly. Kodak should still produce raw 70mm film with no perfs, but probably doesn't sell retail. Yeah, I don't know. I just never really had a call for it. There's a market, but look at you, number one. I can rehouse some of that film you're releasing. I have a Brownie just like that. I love those cameras, Jeffrey. The one I have, it's, you know, they're wind up, so there's no batteries, there's no contacts to get all messed up, and it runs so well. Camera would probably be fine with 70 millisecond perfs. Just have perf holes showing. Yeah, I mean, that's a neat look. That is a sweet Brownie. I love that camera. Yeah. Mint, but I had one that was, I found one in the box. It was mint, but I had one that was, do you still have it, Jeffrey? That's what my dad used to teach filmmaking in the mid-60s. Oh, yes. So simple yet functional, nice Brownie. I have a turret model. I kind of want one of the turret models, Cecil. I figured you'd probably have one. As far as I know, Ilford sell unperf 70 millimeter film as part of their once a year ULF ultra large format program. Well, that's interesting. I did not know that. Over in the US sells their own branded unperfed black and white film for about 120 bucks for 50 feet or two. That's 70 millimeter, right, Bonnie? Do you go to the flea market off 95 near 14 near I-4? I have, Jack, in Daytona. Yeah, I have, but I haven't recently. I've been going to the little Port Orange one. I want to go to the one in Edgewater, but yes, I have. But a lot of times it's so huge. This flea market is humongous, and I've gotten a few things over the years there, but a lot of it is just all this dollar store stuff. All these vendors selling this real cheap dollar store stuff. So you're just wading through all that stuff. But there is a section in the back, you know, on the outside where it's mainly the good stuff, the junk. I haven't been lately, though, Jack. Fresh 127 film is rare, but a few places recut fresh film for 127, but it's expensive. Yeah, doesn't Lomography do that? I can't remember. Never use, but it's expensive. I have a bunch of expired 127 that I'll probably never use. Contact me through Mike. Yeah, I have some 127 film, and I got to tell you, it's basically, if you find the old expired stuff like that Kodacolor and whatnot, a lot of the stuff is C22 developing. It's almost absolutely worthless. Those are good for carefully opening them and repurposing the cartridges. That's what I have found personally. I've tried shooting a couple rolls of that. It's just, I can't get it to come out at all. It just didn't hold up well. It's kind of like Kodachrome. Entity, how are you? You made it. Thank you for being here. Love you, Lori. I'll tell Mike to tell you, Angus. Yeah, you guys can email me anytime and I will gladly exchange information. If you want to exchange information with a member, email me and email me exactly what you want to exchange. So we don't have to go back and forth 4 times. Just say, hey, Mike, it's Angus. I want you to share my email address with Radios, and that's it. I'll email Radios with your email address for you. Or whatever, phone numbers, whatever you want, you tell me. I am at your beck and call. For free, I'll pay shipping. Ooh, pretty good deal, Radios. I've got to head out for the next few. Catch you next year. Thank you for being here, Limelight. Thank you. Check something. All right. Yeah, it is starting to storm. Ooh, hope we don't lose connection. Late but not forgotten. Hey, Eric, how are you, buddy? Thank you for being here. Fiesta 127 next week in a box. Poke Mike, get your contact. Yes, do that. You know how to get a hold of me. I've been on the hunt for some 7-inch aerial film for my new Fairchild F56 camera, and it takes 7x7 pics on a 200-foot spool. You got some cool stuff. Oh, you still have the Brownie. Awesome. You got to use it. Man, I love those cameras. Been shooting Shanghai 620 film for my 2025 FPP rolls. It's pretty crappy, spots, scratches, but that kind of makes it its own unique self. Hmm. A lot of that is, they kind of just repurpose it, right? Is that just like a rebranded FPP stock? Speaking of FPP, I have a video coming out Tuesday. It's already been uploaded. Barry, our good friend Barry, sent me, I don't have it in front of me, but sent me that roll of FPP BW or black and white 400 ISO negative stock. So I did shoot it. I sent it to FPP. They processed it, scanned it in 4K, sent it back to me, and I have a complete video, kind of my take on it, and I show the results. And I will tell you, shot it with my Aeroflex 16S with crystal sync motor, and I used a microphone and I talked. So that video is coming out Tuesday. Stay tuned. Baby brown, I probably get better results. I think 126 cartridge, 127 is smaller roll film format. Yes. Am I? 126 is 35 millimeter. 127 is a little wider. Um, did I make that mistake? I'm talking about 126. Yes, the cartridge in 126 is 35 millimeter film. 35 millimeters wide. It's not perf like 35 millimeter film. So I may have misspoke. Yes, 127, I really like 127 film. It's wider than 35. I don't know the exact width of it. I can't remember. It's wider than 35 millimeter. But you're right, it is roll film. I probably misspoke on that. My Shanghai film. I'm getting it next week. Storms daily. It really stormed yesterday. It's raining there in Texas too, huh, Bart? Yeah, it's pretty bad here. Fresh film from China. Oh, it's the fresh stuff from China, but really cheap. I love experimenting with really cheap film, so I might have to look into it. But based on what you're saying, it may be cheap for a reason. Want to see about lending you this camera once I get the film dialed in. Should be around 80 ISO. The camera is massive, and I can even provide a World War II processor. Needs pitch black to use. Yeah, we'll have to talk about that. I'm not sure. I kind of slowed down on borrowing equipment. Would be a 50-foot fill on the magazine just to keep the film size down a bit. Hey, there's Lyle. How are you, buddy? The Quiet Pages is in the room. Better late than never. Anything I missed that's important? No. You did miss, yes. Live stream for members only. Lyle, if you're around, it's at 1 p.m. this Thursday, July 17. Members only live stream. I will be taking a deep dive into my deep freezer full of film. So we're going to talk about some of the film that I have in the deep freezer. And I'm going to start pulling all my film together. I have it everywhere, all over this house. So that's the only thing you missed, really. And we've been doing a bit of banter, talking about films and cameras. That Five Below film, but that wasn't cheap. And it was bad. It was bad. Let's go! I'm not buying that anymore. Now that it went up to $7 for 10 exposures, it's ECN2 film. Yeah, so it's just, it's Vision 3 250D, and it's too expensive. Yeah, I know. Should we wear winter clothing? Yes, you should. For winter clothing. I do have a couple of, I'm going to show you guys a film. It's fun. But I also I'm going to do a video. So we're not going to do a deep dive like we are for the freezer this Thursday. So, but I like just like the cheap film, I like weird, interesting stuff in the film world. We've talked about this a few times, right? The Minox. I've already talked about this. Last couple of streams, I think I've even brought it out, right? The Minox. And I have the, oh, there it goes. That's the flash, I believe. Yep. The little Minox camera. If I hold it in front of my laptop camera, I can't really see what I'm doing. And then I have this film, right? Ooh la, ooh la. So we got that going, right? And there's a purpose behind this, I promise. Here's another format that we've talked about that, and this camera, I can't get it to work, but I'm going to get another one. They're very inexpensive. Let's get the zoom cam. Look at that Nikon. That is a Nikon APS, otherwise known as Advantix. 24 millimeter, I believe. Picture taken camera. And I have a couple rolls. That's a brand new roll of Advantix film. Brand new as in expired or processed before 2008. And then this roll here, I'm not positive. It's loose. I'm not sure when it expired. Let's see and make sure. Yeah, it's definitely not been shot. So I'm going to pick up, unless somebody has one that they don't want anymore, that works. Do you have an old Advantix camera that you don't want anymore? If you do, then I won't have to buy one. They're not expensive. I want to shoot this film, and I'll show you why in about 20 seconds. And then the third format that we've talked about, would 110 fit in the mic? No. 110 will fit in the other little spy cameras, but not in Minox. In that little Minolta it will. But no, that's a lot smaller. This is 9.2 millimeter film. So, and then I'm going to shoot this. Check this out. You guys know what this is, right? We all know what this is. Open it up in the back. Look at that. We're going to open a roll today, live. We're going to open a roll live of this. Look at this, kids. Final run. Look at the bottom. Right there. Final run, 9 of 97. Okay, so that's 3 really strange, weird formats that really didn't take off, right? Well, the Minox was in its own category. Dana, so that you will not shoot. Well, the funny thing is, you basically are stuck with whatever film is left, because nobody's ever going to make this film again, right? Nobody's making disc film. So whatever's left, and I think they discontinued it in the late 90s, obviously. That says final run here, I don't know, but... So it's just getting, the film itself is getting worse and worse, but, caveat, but if you can get a roll, this was in my deep freezer, so if you can get a roll, it could be fun just to tinker with. The frame is about the size of a frame of 8 millimeter film, or Super 8. So I want to shoot that. I want to shoot this, right? Some Advantix. Because you can still get Advantix film. They don't make it anymore, but you can still, and you can get some that's relatively fresh-ish. And there are people that still, you can still reload this, the Minox stuff. We know that. So disc, just novelty purposes only. We know that, right? You're going to shoot whatever's available, and nothing's really available, so you just have to shoot what you can buy used on eBay. Advantix, that film is no longer available, but you can shoot what's available on eBay. The Minox, you can shoot and you can reload these little cartridges. Now, the fun for me is not always the shooting, which is fun, but it's the processing. So, but processing disc film, processing APS film, and processing Minox film is weird. It's weird. Because there's really no developing tanks that were made for these weird specific formats. I think there was a Minox tank, but it's very expensive. So, remember what I talked about before? This is not an ad for this company, because I'm going to do a video on these anyway. But I got 2 of each of this stuff. Look at this. There's a guy on Etsy that makes these reels. This fits into a standard Patterson tank. And I just realized he also makes these for the Jobo tanks. This is Minox size. So the Minox film fits inside this, right? A little thin, just like a Patterson reel. 3D printed, and boom, the Minox film, 9.2 millimeters fits in there. And it fits fine because I've used it already. Used one of them to test. But I just got this. It may not be right for everyone, and I don't make any money for this. And I dropped the stickers because he threw some stickers in there. That's his little thingamahoo, Film Lab stuff. But then I got this one. I haven't even opened it yet. I'm probably not going to open it right now, but I'm going to just show you how he packs them very well. Cardboard top and bottom. Nice little label across the front. And look, this is APS reels. I got 2 APS reels. Now, I did pay for this stuff. I am doing and they're Patterson fit. I am doing a video where I'm gonna talk about them. But he gave me a better deal, but I did pay for them still. And then lastly, check this out. Look at this. Disc film. I got 2 reels for disc. He created this funky little system for disc film, for popping the disc reels inside here so that you could safely just put them right into a Patterson tank. That's going to be exciting. So it makes me really want to shoot with these things. Now, how am I going to scan them? Well, for the APS film, I have this. You guys know Negative Solutions. They sell on eBay and on Amazon. That one's getting kind of bent, but they're just 3D printed. Great little things. They've been around for a while. So I lost this one. This is for APS, and I couldn't find it, so I was like, the heck with it. I'm going to order another one. So I ended up with 2 APS ones. I just recently ordered a Minox one, very similar to that, but for Minox film. And I reordered another one for disc film because this one I've had for a long time from the same company, Negative Solutions, I believe they're called. I have no affiliation with them. But you put 2 discs in. Now, disc film is tough unless you can cut the center wheel out, which you have to do for this one. But you're only going to get 1 frame because it was it's such a weird format that, you could cut the wheel out, lay it flat on your flatbed scanner. You got to kind of block the light. It's kind of a pain to scan. And then scan the whole wheel and then try to, in Photoshop or Lightroom, whatever, just try to adjust each little frame. So I ordered another one of these. And you can do 2 at a time, 2 discs at a time, which I probably wouldn't do. But it only scans 1 frame at a time. So the new ones, there's a cutout in the center right here. So you don't have to cut the center hub of the disc out. And there's 2 holes because they're at, I don't know, maybe they could have done a 3rd one, but I don't know. No, there's 15 exposures. So there's only a point where these 2 are lined up. I don't know, it's weird. You'll have to look. But those are kind of stuck in transit right now. I think they're in the Carolinas and there's weather issues bad there right now. So I'm very excited to figure out how this is going to work. But in the meantime, the only thing I really need to do is get an APS camera. I believe this disc camera works. We're going to fire it up here in a minute. We're going to open that film and we're going to put a roll in it and we're going to see if it works. So if you guys does anybody have an old APS camera, an Advantix camera that works? I will pay shipping if you guys don't want it. If you're just going to donate it. Disc, of all the formats, this has to be the least it's definitely not coming back. You're trying to find a lens blim. Oh, they're going to be hard to find, Bonnie, because people always kept them with their cameras. I used to use the disc cameras. I bought this one, I don't know, a few years back on eBay, but I like the ones that, I don't know if it will be, Mike. The older, this C41, old C41 stuff, get the newest stuff you can find. For the C41 stuff doesn't hold up very well. Still have the disc. I think we only used the camera once, Jeffrey. Oh boy. I see so many 110 film cameras. I do like the new Loma 110 film camera. They made just, you know, I have some 110 cameras. They're so neat looking. They're sleek, they're thin. I even tried reloading the 110 cartridges. The problem is, there's only a few cameras that you can even use that, it's hard to explain, but you need the right perforations in 110 film for most cameras. There's some that will actually just pull the film, but there's very few. Like a lot of those flat ones, you can't just reload it with perfless 16 millimeter film, like microfiche film. I tried doing that, and the camera will not advance the film. There's only, like I say, there's only a couple of cameras that will, and I think that nice 110 camera that, I can't think of the name of it, but that, is it Minolta? The one that looks like, maybe it's Pentax, that looks like a 35 millimeter camera. That one I believe will advance perfless 110 film. Or Polaroid land film, yeah. Some 9 millimeter movie cameras before. I know you have shown some 9 millimeter movie cameras before. No, the only 9.5 millimeter I don't have. I have a Pathé. They were well known for their 9.5 millimeter, but mine, that's not a 9.5. This Pathé here is a double Super 8. Maybe that's what you're thinking about. That's my double Super 8 camera. However, as you can see, it's dusty. It's actually missing some parts. It's missing the viewfinder piece down here. Where am I pointing? Right there. It's also missing some parts over here, right there. However, it does run. I don't even know how to. It runs well. So well that I'm not sure how to get it to stop running. But it does run. And it actually, oddly enough, has the port cover here. Like it would take a 400-foot magazine of double Super 8. I don't know. Definitely double Super 8 professional reflex camera. I got it really inexpensively because I thought it was neat looking. I knew it had issues when I got it. So I don't have any 9.5. Let's see. Fritz says, I have 2 of the small Minox cameras my dad used somewhere. Probably have Minox developing tank. My dad actually printed his own Minox black and white. That's pretty awesome. This film cameras can be a bit tricky to shoot with. Yeah, let's open it up. Let's open it up. So we're going to open up a roll of this film. I have 2 of these, I believe. This is a 2-pack. I have a 2-pack. This is, I have 2 of these. Ugh. The other one's in the freezer still. Now, I don't know that they were frozen all the time. Certainly, I did not keep them frozen all the time. But it comes with 2 discs. If you guys are not familiar with disc film, which I don't know who's not familiar with disc film, but look at that. Oh, man. Inside the disc film pack, I get to save up to $20 on, you guessed it, Advantix. Look at that. I'm going to send it in, trying to save 20 bucks on Advantix. There's like all kinds of coupons in here. What? Should have opened this a long time ago. Holy shnikes. Look at all the coupons. That is a lot of coupons. Save $10 on a Kodak Advantix zoom camera, $5 on another Advantix camera, $3 on film, $1 on batteries, or $1 on the case, the keeper. You guys ever seen those cases? I have one for Advantix film. Look at that case that holds all those rolls of film there. Pretty neat little coupon booklet that came with that. So here's the disc film. Right there. 2 rolls, or two discs. They're in a light sealed disc. So let's crack one open. And we'll do the close-up. Upside down. Wait, no, that's not upside down. It is to me, kind of, because I'm back here. There's the disc film. That's exactly what it looked like when you would buy it new. So, and then there's the counter is right here. Right there above my finger. That's the little counter in there. And it would show through on your camera window. This little window right here on your camera, right there. That's where the number would show up. Okay, the Color Tiger 200, hit or miss. I have had rolls that look fresh. Some look 10 years old. This camera works well, but for these, I've heard these disc film. Yeah, I'm going to give this one a shot right here. Well, I got a new, hey Travis, I got a new one coming. I have this for disc film, but I bought another one from the same guys that make this. And this is cut out. The center is cut out in here, so you don't have to take the hub off of the disc film. On the first disc film, I'd do like I did with the Vericam 120 film and do test shots, one at box speed. I don't think you can adjust exposure on this. I think this is just pop it in and shoot. So here's what we do. Let's get in close. So here's the camera. Now on the top there's the little release. It's a little, see that? Right there. You reach under and you pull it like that and you pull it up. Ta-da! It pops you open. Now you lay this so the label is out. It goes just like that. So we'll lay it in because there's where your film is right there. See the little gate? So you just lay that in. And then I don't know from there what to do. So I do have a battery in here. I think the battery is good, but I don't know. If it's not, then we're not going to have any luck. So let me figure out how to do, whoa, that's to turn it off. That's to turn it on. It's obviously non-reflex because the viewfinder is way over here. Oh, I'm up here. The viewfinder is way up here on the back corner, and the lens is below it. So let's just snap it and see what happens. See if we get anything at all. Nothing. So I have a funny feeling that this battery has been in here for a long, long time. I put it in, and shame on me for leaving it in, but it's a 9-volt. I got one of the models that takes, you can change out the batteries. A lot of these disc cameras, about half the models, had a built-in battery, and that's not what you want. You don't want a built-in battery. Let me test it. I'm not going to do that. The built-in batteries, they can just go bad on you, and then you're kind of, you know. So I'll have to get a new 9-volt battery. I don't even know if I have one anywhere. You know what? I have a battery. Have you guys ever seen the Battery Buddy? Maybe I have one in here. Look at this. Ta-da! And I do. I think I have a 9-volt. I don't know how old it is. I have several 9 volts. There's one right there, a Thunderbolt. Let's just check another battery, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's not rocket appliances. All right, let's go in with the positive. That way. Yes, that way. Oh, I heard it. You guys hear it? Yeah, okay. So battery, bad. Battery, bad. That one goes to the battery disposal box. I did hear it. It cycled. It went. Now, I don't know enough about disc cameras. I don't know what would happen if, and it did go to 1, the counter. You're not going to be able to see it, probably. But can you see the counter? Right? That little window right there. You see the 1? No, probably not. So it's on 1. I don't know how we know if the flash is on, but we have a flash, or if the flash is any good. The funny thing is the flash on this one, it's got some like oxidation and whatnot in the top. So the flash might be burned out anyway, and that's okay. I'm going to take one picture in here that's definitely not going to come out, but I just want to see if it'll cycle. And then I'm going to do the rest outside. Let me catch up for a minute, and then we're going to try to take a couple of pictures. Had 110 SLR. Angus, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. Hey, Gorilla's here. How are you? Disc film. Mike, if you're going to just get rid of one, I'd be... You let me know. Sorry, I forgot it was Sunday. Shame on you. Building a Dr. Frankenstein photo lab. Congrats. I'm kind of working my way back up the chat. Color Tiger 200's hit or miss. Okay, that's where I left off. I don't like missing your guys' chat, so hold on, I'll catch up. Pentax 110s. Yeah, that's the I love those cameras. I want to get one of those, Mike. Pentax 110. That's the... And you can change out the lenses. I love those little cameras. On the first disc, I do 120 film, do test shots. I just don't know if I can change. I think the best thing I can do is just shoot this film outside. Little tiny lenses and all. Oh, you even got the little lenses with them. You got the full kit. Epson V scanners they hate disc film. They do, I know. Mine's still holding a grudge against me. Takes forever, doesn't it, to scan them. Beaulieu made a 9.5 millimeter camera from the R16 body. I remember that. Don't you have a spring wound Super 8 camera? I do. Well, I have the Russian ones. The Zenit Cores cameras, Cecil. I have two of those. Those are spring wound. Great, great cameras, by the way. Pentax 10 lens, a micro 4/3 camera. They are great. That's a great idea. Before you unpack. 1982 Air. The 110 negative is almost exactly the same size as the micro 4/3 sensor. That's interesting. Processing those discs. That's a blast from the past. Yeah, I'm going to do my best. Like I say, I have these reels that you can put discs in. If you just join me, I haven't opened this yet, but this came from Film Lab stuff on Etsy. But I have two reels that that fit in a Patterson tank. They just don't make coupons like they used to. No, they do not. Stylus and just dip into your processing tank. Put them on a stylus and just dip. Yeah, I've actually just dipped them. I've just thrown them right in the tank, but I don't like them rattling around in there. Canoptop is here. I like my film like I like my music, on discs. Photo mats would be awesome, Jeffrey. A print file made like little plastic slit in the side of the archiving sheets when I could put the OG film data sheet printouts. You honor their coupons? I can see them honoring a coupon. Let's see, you know. Dave Canop is here. Good to see you, buddy. It's a PhD camera. Filmboy24, boy. All right, let's take a picture. All right, it sounds like it's ready, but I don't know. We're going to hit the button. We're going to point it right there. It's not going to come out, but see if it'll cycle. And it flashed. Did you see the flash? The flash went off, right? I'm going to go to the bottom. You guys saw the flash. Cheese! The exposure wheel is right under the actual lens of the camera. It should be a slide bar. Oh, is it? Well, that just opens and closes. I think some models did allow you to change the exposure. This one, unfortunately, does not. This one on the bottom here is just the turn it off and on. Or like, watch. Closes the, over here, closes the lens and opens. There's no slide wheel under that one. Sorry. I wish there was. That would have been cool. But no. So it's on exposure 2 now. So have some of the cool. Noptop does have some of the coolest toys. If you guys don't follow Noptop on Facebook or on Instagram and on YouTube, you're missing out. He's got some of the coolest stuff. Speaking of Noptop, do you guys remember he sent me these a while back? Good morning, afternoon, Vanine. He had these made for me because that's just the kind of guy he is. He had, remember these stickers? They're just little, I don't know, like 2x2 stickers. So they're just sitting around, and I want to, members, who wants a sticker? I'll send you one. Anybody want one? I'll put an envelope and send it to you. If you want a sticker, let me know. I'll send you a sticker. I want to send some of them out. I've been meaning to do that anyway. Member perks. Yes, I will send any member that wants a sticker. I don't care where you're at. I will send it to you. Florida thunderstorms are starting to irritate me. My power may get knocked out. My power went out for like 10 seconds yesterday. And that's it so far. Jim Cahill. Hey, Manny is here. Hey, buddy, I didn't even know you were here. Yes, I will send you guys stickers. I'm just going to go down the member list. If I have your address, I'm going to send you one anyway. Unless you've moved recently. Have you moved recently? The flash worked. The flash worked. Yes, it did. My eyes. Remember that? Everybody had red eyes when you used a flash. I'm really happy that it worked. We're going to see how well this last run film comes out because I am going to process it. Maybe I'll have it processed in time for, if not the members only stream, but I don't know, we'll see. At least maybe the next stream next Sunday. I want a coffee mug. Nicole bugs me all the time to make mugs. I don't know, I guess I never wanted to be that guy. I'll send you one, of course, Lori. I'll send you and Mom one. Eric will take one. I'm just going to print out the master sheet, and if you're on it and I have your address, I'm going to send you a sticker. D-Snap are expensive. I'm currently working through the storm here. Unfortunately, the storm here, I've seen tons of lightning strikes. Security kind of sucks, but it pays so well. Need a vacation, though. Any and all merch. Yeah. Would be kind of cool. Look at Bart just becoming a member. Hey, you're an official Sprader. Thank you, Bart. I appreciate it. I will send you a sticker. You want all the Filmboy24 swag. Yes, thank you, Bart. I really appreciate it. Popcorn time. Oh, you know I got a movie going, right? I want to show you guys. You guys remember the film that I showed last week? The Tournament of Roses parade? I thought it was really cool. So I dug through the same box. I have this big box of old family films. Merch! I'm working on a book. By the way, I scanned about 20 of my old films yesterday, or within the last couple of days. Found films I shot. I am working on a photo book. We'll talk about that later. I think it was 1971 Rose Bowl. Yes. Was it 71? No. 81. 1981. I think it was 81, right? I can't remember. Because, yes, we had talked about it. Somebody saw 81 on the sign on the dealership or something. The Rose Bowl parade, right? Tournament of Roses. Well, I have a continuation of that, and it's pretty freaking cool. Welcome, Bart. Bart, I really appreciate it. I really do. Bart, if you're around Thursday, yeah, the reel was 81. That's right. So this one's going to be the same. Bart, if you are around on Thursday, make sure you jump into the live stream if you're available. I don't know where you're located. 1 p.m. Eastern time. Just check the time zones. This Thursday, the 17th. Members only live stream. Okay. The sign was 71. The reel was 81. Okay. I can't remember if that's backwards or not. Anyway, I'll let you guys figure it out because I got another one from the same batch that I want to show you. That's pretty cool. I'm turning off the cameras here. All right, get your popcorn. I'm going to show you Super 8. I believe it's Agfachrome or something. It's not a Kodak stock, I don't believe. No edge codes that to speak of. But here, kids, is some footage from either 71 or 81. Right? Lights, action. All right, I'll stop. Somebody did a pretty good job filming this too. Wait till you see this first float. This thing is crazy. I love it. This first float. I'm in Texas. I got home from work at 2:30. Oh, you get home from 2:30. Okay, at 2:30. So wait, see, you guys are behind us. I'm trying to think. So you should have plenty of time. So there's no excuses. Check out this float. Did you guys see a sneak peek? Play some Def Leppard. Look at this thing. It says, what is it? Something eye to eye. Seeing eye to eye with his booty in the sky. Girl from Leukemia. Nice. Oh, that's Technicolor film. I can tell by those blues and blacks. And that might be it. You might be right on, Entity. The clown. Yeah, nice shots, too. San Antonio, Texas. Those floats are humongous. Man, they went all out, didn't they? Look at the size of those floats. Just fun and festive. And there's those things, those fellas, the grand prize, the grand prize. I don't know what this thing is. Big old float, but I'm not sure. That's a Cinderella? Yeah, Cinderella. 1971 Ford. I am going to say this is from 71. The reel said 80. That's what I thought. That's what I thought, Butch. Yeah, the film was 71. That's right. You know what I'm going to do? Give me 1 second while you watch that. I'm going to try to find that other film real quick. It's right over here somewhere. Downward dog pose. It sure looked like he was, Travis. Jeffrey. Look at Jeffrey with the #1 crown. That's it. Fun. So yeah, you're right. Because I'm looking at the last reel and that we did last week, and it says 1981 on it. But as several people pointed out, I believe it was from 1971. I don't remember 1971 per se. I was around, but barely. Um, Gorilla, you were 6. I was 3. Well, I guess it depends on when in 71, but so I'm optimistic because I found this is the roll we just watched right here. Let me put the other camera on. Come on now. That's the roll we just watched, and it says 3 of 3. And this is the roll that we watched last week, and this is the one that says 81 on it, but we know it's not from 81. So I'm optimistic that there is a third, maybe a third and final glimpse at this parade, possibly from 1971, when Barry was in the Navy. Look at these ages. Angus was 8. Jeffrey was 6. I was 3. Cecil was 4. Radios was -19. I know that Travis was a negative age. You were -30. Holy cow, how old are you, Entity? You were also 3, Super Cine. Are you not a Taurus, are you? Entity, I have driven a lot on the interstate, and it's been my observation Californians and Texans think the passing lane is for them if they are passing or not. You were -3, Manny. Oh, Entity, you're 24. All right, you're no baby. Travis didn't win the sperm race, but I was trained hard. Well, that conversation went weirdly. This should be called Filmboy24 for the elderly. Well, you never know what the conversation is going to be like, right? I even put that and other stuff in the promo because you never know what we're going to chat about. Crabby cancer? What? Not as weird as the clown. No. Eric was 13 in 1971. 71, I was 11 and had my first Super 8 camera, a Kodak Hawkeye. 11 years old. 71 was a great year. My sister was born in 71. It was a great year. You were 0 years old. Jack was 15. Woo! My wife was, we won't get into that. I don't know, wait, oh, don't get me started about the passing lane. I get pulled over for driving 2 seconds in the passing lane and had a Texas Ranger eye me down in my security get up thinking I was a CIA or something. What? Can I take a picture of you? She says, why? Because I'm testing my disc camera. If I have to? All right. My wife is just beyond the camera there, standing there, but all this light's in the way. You're going to be backlit. Can you turn this off for 1 second? She's going to turn off this light. Okay. Flash? Okay, good. All right. Thank you. So we did 2. All right, good. In 71, I had already made a dozen films. Even, wow, Mike. Daddygummit. Even 16 millimeter? I still have that camera. Which camera, Jim? What camera do you still have? You still have your disc? Oh, the camera, the first camera you got. No red eye reduction flash. Not with this one. It doesn't give you any advance notice, does it? Whew, my wife is such a trooper. I'm not even kidding you. We're going to finish this roll. There's 13 exposures left. It seems to be working, though. I mean, the counter is going. It's on 3, and there's 15 exposures. So this is going to be a fun one to experiment with. And what I'm going to do, I actually have some found film. I have found film. Imagine that. I have some found Kodak disc film. I just haven't had much luck with it because it's just too old. So I'm going to try to develop both of them together in C41. This one and my found film together and see what happens. Oh, you still have the original, that Kodak you had. So yeah, I'm going to give that a shot, see what happens. Never mind. I was going to show you the one, you know what, I will really quick. The 127, because we were talking about 127 film earlier, and I was telling you about my scanning solutions. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. So I use an Epson V600 flatbed scanner to scan my film. Some people don't like them. That's fine. I like mine. I think it's a great scanner. He pulled me over saying I was cruising in the passing lane, then 30 plus cars flew by going 110, 75. Gave me a warning. Wait, gave me a warning saying I need to stay out of the lane. Then a wreck happened in it. Oh, God. That whole passing lane thing is so weird. Wait, did somebody film out with 3-lens turret 8mm film? Let's see. Yes. Can you develop any film as black and white? Yes. More likely to get images? Yes. Yes, Mike, you can, and yes, you are more likely to get images. I've developed C41 film in black and white several times and had pretty good luck with it. Sandra B? Oh, so for those that don't know, Sandra B is my mother. And look what she just did. Nicole, Sandra B just became an official Sprader. And so did Lori. Love you, Mom. Thank you. You did not have to do that. But I will send you some stickers. Love you, Mom. You too, Pop. Better take your scanner out to dinner. After you scan it, scanners will scream like... So this is my 127. Thank you, Mom. This is, look at this little thing. This holds 127 film. There's not much to it, but the way you use these things, if you can get it back together, the film goes in between this top and bottom piece here, and you're supposed to use them with this. This is the holder for your Epson flatbed, my V600, and this is the medium format, the 120, 220, 620, whatever holder here. So once that's locked in, then you take this and you load your 127 film in it, and then you just set it in there. Kind of get it all nudged up into the corner there like that. Scan your film. And then there's this one. This is my 110. So I really like these little holders. They're just 3D printed, but these guys do a really good job. And they have these little slides, and I put my, to hold the film down flat. So you put your 110 film in there. I don't know if I like the little frame dividers because not all 110 cameras were created equal. So, and I think they do that because they want to keep the film at a certain distance from the scanner glass anyway. But it's not a big deal. Sometimes I do have to move the film a little bit and rescan it a second time to get the rest of the pictures properly, but it's not really a big deal. Same deal, it just goes right in there, slides up to the top, scan your film, and you go. Now with the disc one, obviously the disc doesn't fit inside the medium format holder. So you take this out altogether. This corner that goes up in the corner of your flatbed scanner, this becomes the corner. So it knows exactly where to put it. It goes right up in the corner. Just like that. Got your space there. See, I was actually doing this backwards. This goes this way. You can do it either way, but it goes this way for different film formats. But you already knew that. Hello, Mama. Love you. That Sandra B is my mama. That's who we go see when we go to Indiana. Her and Lori. The Epson scanners are so expensive now. Are they really? I always wanted to get the 700 just because the glass, the scan area is much, much bigger. There's nothing wrong with those older ones, Jeffrey. You don't really scan. I don't scan above, about 2400 DPI with mine anyway. They're just as good. Heck, I used a Plus Tech for years. And I had an old Epson also, another Epson that I used for quite a while before this one, and it worked just fine. Hey Mike, have you ever tried doing a darkroom print using a negative and photo paper? I gather if you're able to use the F56 camera, it'll be easy with 8x10 paper sheet, but I do have an enlarger. I'm not very well versed at it, no. The 35mm Epson trays are so fragile. I've broken two of them. It's the tops that are fragile. Yes, this part here on the 35mm one is, I've kind of broken that. You have to be really careful. Not Ali G, Ali Rog. Same thing, I jumped from 8mm to 16mm, skipped Super 8. I'm very lucky I wasn't carrying my MG42 or MP5 in the vehicle. I probably would have been charged with carrying an assault weapon. Yes, lucky for you. Banner day for memberships. I know. Just unpacked a Yashica SU40E Super 8 camera. Seems to work fine. Has a K40 cart in it also. Woohoo! K40 in the house. I scan at 3200. Yeah, um, that's probably about as high as you really want to go for 35mm. It'd take forever if you go to 64. They do sell the scanner inserts. I did some 16mm in college, but never had the opportunity to do 16mm on my own. Really wanted to, but life got in the way. I know that feeling, Gorilla, for sure. By then, VHS and Beta were putting out their cameras. Regrets. Jack says, can you scan slides? Yes, I can. The 35mm carrier, Jack, has the other side of it. See, these are meant to go in this way, or they can also go in this way. And your scanner glass is on this side. So it's different formats, but yes, it has 4 slots for mounted slides as well. Yes. Been able to DIY it with a sheet of glass and a 350 watt flood lamp, doing a 1 to 2 second exposure, and it seems to get it done well. But I need a new red light, as mine is now fogging the film. Boy, you don't want that. Is it scraping apart or something? Holders when scanning, you just lay the film flat and use anti-new. You could, Mike. I think it's just easier. Sometimes the film does not like to lay flat for me. Plus, I want it straight. But you could lay the glass over the top of them, sure. I can do slides on my Epson 3490. Can do like 5 slides. Has the backlight to work. Yeah, mine has a slide holder. It'll only do 4 at a time. The 700, I believe it's the 700, will do 12 slides at a time. If I zoom in the image and I see any blocky pixelation, I lose my mind. Grain is good, square is nightmare. It's one of the old Kodak #1 filters, and I believe the light is just too bright behind. Yeah, well, that could be. Hey, Lyndon, you made it! You made it! Thank you. But speaking of live streams, I'm going to have to bow out. We have a few things I need to take care of around here today, Sunday. But a couple of reminders before I leave. July 17th, members only live stream, 1 p.m. Eastern time. I will make a notice on the about me, not about me, but the what do you call it? The posts, the announcements tab. Same spot where I do the live stream notifications. I'll make a post there. Only 14 likes. Come on, people. Hit the like button on the way out. Brownie Fiesta. Fun fact, the first color photos made with potatoes. I know that. Yes, I remember that. I don't remember it. I remember reading about it. I don't think I was around when they did that. So don't forget, thank you, Bart. I appreciate it. Thank you for becoming a member. See you on the next go-around, a.k.a. Thursday. Thanks for hosting the stream. See you on Thursday. I want to see all my members on Thursday. 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Be there or be pixelated. Can like more than once, I would. Thank you, Gorilla. I appreciate it. Interesting story about a DIY potato gun. Woo! Thank you, Lyle. Thank you, everybody. Huge thank you to my sister and my mom. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody, member or not. I know I talk about being talk about members, but you know, we do have to do some member stuff. These people are actually paying, so we do some member things. But I truly appreciate all of you. You know that. I believe you're all equal in my eyes. So I love you guys like family. I really do. I couldn't do these streams without you. Mike says hi, Piper. So I appreciate every single one of you. It just makes my day. Every week it makes my day. Thank you, Fritz. And all my regulars, you guys know who you are. Couldn't thank you enough. You guys are my regulars. You guys show up to the streams, you're my regulars. So hit the like button on the way out. I would appreciate it. And I'll see members on Thursday. I'll see all the rest of you on Sunday. And until then, peace out.